Yo, what is going on YouTube? My name is Scotty. Welcome back to a brand new Call of Duty Warzone video. In today's video guys, we're checking out some of the best class ups right now for Verdansk and even Rebirth Island, so you guys can have some of the best meta class ups in the game to help you guys do better and get more kills and win more gunfights and overall improve within Call of Duty Warzone. First of all, don't mind the hat. I woke up with a really bad hair day, so let's just ignore that. But anyways guys, we'll be checking out some of the best class ups for some of my favorite weapons right now in the game, and a lot of these guns have very high time to kills and are overall just some amazing weapons to use. So without further ado, let's hop into the first one in today's video. Alright guys, so for the first one we have here is going to be the CR56 AMAX. This is one of the best ARs right now in the game, and we have a pretty solid setup for it. So the first one's going to be the Volsky Reflex. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but it's pretty much one of the cleanest sights in the game, and it works really well on the AMAX. And then for our next attachment, we'll have the Monolithic Suppressor. This is the best muzzle you can have right now in the game for most weapons, as it increases your bullet velocity and your damage range while also keeping you off of the map when firing. And then we have the Reinforced Barrel for a third attachment. This one's going to increase our damage range and our bullet velocity as well, helping us get easier kills at further ranges, making this gun a lot more viable at the medium to long range gunfights. And then we have the Vertical Foregrip for increased horizontal recoil control. And last but not least, we have the Extended Mag 2 to increase our magazine size to 60 rounds, giving us a lot of ammo to work with. If you find that this gun's a little too heavy, you can drop down to the first Extended Mag. That one gives you, I think, 45 rounds. So yeah, you're losing 15 rounds, but you'll get a little bit more mobility. So it's really up to you guys at the end of the day. So guys, the next gun on this list is going to be the Kilo 141. This is also a really great assault rifle. It's one of the new ones as well. It's a fully automatic AR with great mobility, pretty good handling, great damage, and overall it's one of the best ARs in the game right now. Would I say it's better than the AMAX? Personally, no, but it's still a very solid weapon, and I think that this gun can definitely do a lot of work. So for our attachments, we're going to be rocking a 8 attachment build on this one. So for the first attachment, we have the Willis 3X. It's a great optic for this gun, as it's really good for the mid to long range gunfights. And then we'll be using the Monolithic Suppressor to increase our bullet velocity and our damage range while keeping us off the radar again. The Reinforced Barrel, once again, is going to be great for damage range and bullet velocity. Next is a Vertical Foregrip. For this gun, it'll give us increased horizontal recoil control and recoil stabilization to keep this gun a lot more balanced and a lot more stable when firing. So it's really good for keeping this gun very steady. And then we have Extended Mag 3 for our magazine. It's going to give us 80 rounds in total. With this much ammo, we can take down multiple enemies at a time and pretty much just even wipe out a whole squad with one magazine. For the rear grip, we have the Quick Draw Grip to increase our ADS speeds and our jumping aim down sight speeds to help keep this gun a little more mobile. So when you're in those close range gunfights or you really need to snap onto an enemy, it'll be a lot easier with this attachment. The next attachment we have here is the Heavy Stock. It's going to increase our flinch resistance, keep this gun a lot more stable when we're getting fired at, because with a lot of guns right now in Warzone, once you start getting hit by bullets, your gun starts going everywhere. So having the Heavy Stock definitely helps you increase that flinch resistance to help you keep a little bit more accurate while you're getting shot at. And then the last attachment we have here is the 5.56 NATO overpressured rounds to increase our bullet velocity, and it will increase our bullet velocity so we can get easier kills at longer ranges. The bullets will travel a lot faster, and it'll pretty much in turn just make us get easier kills at longer ranges. You can swap this out for the recoil springs as well if you like. It increases your recoil stabilization and your vertical and horizontal recoil control, but at the cost of your damage range. So it's really up to you guys which one you want to use. Personally, I choose the overpressured rounds, but the recoil springs are just as good. So the third gun on this list is going to be the SWAT 5.56, aka Legrau. So with this 5-piece build, we're going to have a really good AR for that mid to close range gunfights. It's good at long range too if you want to throw an optic on it. But for my build guys, we have the Monolithic Suppressor once again to keep us off the radar when firing while increasing our damage range. The Vertical Foregrip once again to increase our horizontal recoil control. And for the magazine, we'll have the full auto extended mags to turn the SWAT 5.56 into a fully automatic weapon. You pretty much need this for this gun to actually be good. Plus as well, it increases our recoil stabilization too. So that's always a bonus on top. For the rear grip, we have the Commando Grip to increase our aim down sight speeds, our jumping speeds, our sprint to fire speeds, and our jumping aim down sight speeds. So it's going to make this gun a lot more mobile. And for the last attachment, we have the SWAT 5.56 Grau conversion kit, and this is going to make it a fully automatic weapon and turn it pretty much into the Grau from the original Warzone. And with this, it's pretty much going to be a really great gun, and you don't need to worry too much about losing gunfights like with the actual SWAT itself, because with this gun, it actually does crazy damage, and overall is one of the best guns right now in the game. So definitely try it out, because I think you guys will like it. So guys, the next gun on this list is going to be the METAS Sniper, and that of course is the HDR. It has a really great one-tap headshot range, which most snipers in this game do not have right now. So for our attachments, we're going to rock the Monolithic Suppressor. This is pretty much a common thing over all the guns because it's just an amazing weapon overall to have an attachment for. And it's going to increase our bullet velocity and our damage range. The next attachment is going to be the Gain Twist Barrel to increase our bullet velocity. So for the next attachment, we have the Commando Grip. This is the best one to have on this attachment. It's going to increase our aim down sight speeds, our jumping sprint to fire speeds, our sprint to fire speed itself, and our jumping aim down sight sight speeds to help this gun be a lot more mobile when you're running around with it, because sometimes you're going to really need to get that shot off as quick as possible. So with this attachment, you'll definitely have the opportunity. For the next attachment, we have the light stock. This one increases our hipfire movement speeds, and our strafe movement speeds. You can swap this one out for the combat stock if you'd like. It increases your aim down sight speeds a little bit more. Either one of these options are a great choice, so it's really up to you guys at the end of the day. And then for our last attachment, we have the 108mm overpressured rounds. It's going to increase our bullet velocity, and I believe that this is the attachment that actually gives you that one tap headshot range. So definitely make sure you guys are rocking this one, because it definitely is one of the most important attachments in this gun if you really want that one tap range. And for the last gun, guys, we have the KSV. This used to be one of the worst guns in the game, but now it's actually one of the best SMGs right now. And for our build, rocking a 5-piece build. So for the first attachment, we have the compensator for increased recoil control vertically. For the next attachment, we have the long barrel for increased damage range. You can swap it out for the reinforced barrel as well if you want a little bit more bullet velocity, but it decreases your damage range a little bit. So either one of these, it's up to you guys. They're both great options. For the next attachment, we have the vertical foregrip to increase our horizontal recoil control. And then extended mag 2 will be our magazine choice to give us 50 rounds to work with. With this many rounds and this great of a build, it's going to be really easy to take down multiple enemies at the same time without having to worry about reloading. So definitely make sure you guys are rocking this magazine, because it's definitely needed. And then for the last attachment, we have the commando grip to increase our aim down sight speeds, our jumping, sprint to fire, and aim down sight speeds, and our sprint to fire speed itself. So this is going to make the gun a lot more mobile as well. So even with these heavy attachments on it, the other attachments kind of counter that. So you'll be able to be very mobile, very quick, and still get a lot of easy kills at ranges. So here we have it, guys. These are some of the best guns right now within Call of Duty Warzone. Give them a shot. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think of these weapons. I've been loving every single one of them. I think this is the first DLC in a long time where every single gun that's come out for it as a new weapon has been meta in Warzone and even in multiplayer. Usually it's always one or the other. So I'm really happy they added some good guns to the game. But that's gonna wrap it up for today's video, guys. If you guys did enjoy, make sure you guys hit that like button. It helps me out a lot here on the channel. And if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure to do that as well. It helps me out as well. But with all that said and out of the way, hope you guys did enjoy today's video. My name is Scotty. Thank you guys so much for watching, and have a great day.